Hello, it is I. So you may know that I made this video a couple days ago on my channel, and I got many video suggestions in the comments down below. And a video on fast cars that look slow was highly requested by many of you guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't put all of those comments into this video, so here's one comment I found from MD Mahdi suggesting that video idea. So here it is, I guess. Oh, but before we get into this video, do make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are new. We are trying to hit 110k subscribers by January, and any help towards that will be much appreciated. Thank you very much, and without further ado, here are 10 fast cars that look slow. Enjoy the video. Number 1, the MG ZTT. If you saw this car, you'd think it's a typical granddad car, but you'd be very wrong, as this car is powered by a 4.6 litre V8 engine, producing 256 brake horsepower. Now, although this may seem very little, this car can hit 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds, and go on to 155 miles per hour, which is the same top speed as an F80 M3, believe it or not. So if you see one of these cars on the road, it's a good idea not to challenge it for a race, because this is a speedy boy. Next up, the Mark V Golf GTI. With most non-car guys, it's not going to tell this car apart from the standard Mark V Golf, meaning this Golf hatchback can blend in as one of the normal cars. However, this is far from normal. The Mark V Golf is powered by a 2 litre 4-cylinder engine, producing 197 brake horsepower. Again, that doesn't sound like much, but this car can hit 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds and go on to a top speed of 154 miles per hour. Yes, that is right, this little hatchback is faster than a Ferrari 308 GTB. And the craziest thing about this is that you can pick one of these up for around 3 grand. Now that is a steal. Number 3, the first gen Mazda Speed 6. If you saw this car, you'd probably think it's a bog standard Mazda 6, as the difference between the speed and the standard car is very subtle. But you may be surprised to know that this car is quite the fast boy. It's powered by a 2.3 litre turbocharged engine producing 256 brake horsepower. It's also all-wheel drive, meaning this car can launch from 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds. Many sixes here. And it will go on to a top speed of 149 miles per hour, which is nuts. So if you want to surprise your mates with a slow looking car that goes fast, the Mazda 6 is a good choice. Next car, the E60 BMW M5. The 5 Series is a very common car, especially in London. There are a ton of diesel 5 Series driving around, and the police used to use them quite a lot as well. And a lot of these cars have the M Sport styling package, which looks almost identical to the M5, meaning if you had the 5 Series M Sport and an M5 side to side, you'll struggle to tell apart the two cars. So what makes the M5 a sleeper? The legendary engine. A 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10, otherwise known as the S85, arguably one of the best sounding engines ever made. They produce just shy of 500 horsepower, meaning the M5 can launch from 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds and go on to a top speed of 190 miles per hour. Yes, 190 miles per hour. In a 4-door saloon. And the only giveaway that this is an M5 are the quad exhausts, the side vents, and the little spoiler on the back. But if you want to go one step further and make this car look more subtle, you could go for the E61 M5, otherwise known as the M5 Touring, as the states are usually viewed to be slow. Number 5, the Ford Taurus Show. Here is one for my American viewers. If you saw this car, you'd think either one of two things. Either, oh no, it's the feds, or man's got no taste in cars. But you may be surprised to know that the Show is far different from the standard Taurus. This is because the Show is powered by a 3.5 litre EcoBoost V6 engine, producing 365 brake horsepower. It also has an all-wheel drive drivetrain, meaning this car can launch from 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, and it'll reach a top speed of around 150 miles per hour. An ideal sleeper if you live in the States. Next up, the Nissan Stadium. To a non-car guy, this would look a bit like a Volvo Estate, and some may even call this ugly. However, this ugly duckling is pretty much a Skyline GTR. How? The engine, mon ami. The Stadium is powered by a 2.6 litre straight 6 twin-turbo engine, producing 276 brake horsepower. This engine is otherwise known as the RB2060 ETT. Yes, that is right. This estate/station wagon is powered by an R33 GTR engine. What do you actually mean? And the car's all-wheel drive, which pretty much makes it a practical GTR. The Stadium can hit 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds and go on to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. And these cars are really easy to do front end swaps with. You can put stuff like S14 or R34 front ends onto this for maximum confusion. But then again, that wouldn't be very sleeperish, so best not to do that. Number 8, the VW Phaeton W12. It really looks like a stretched out Passat, doesn't it? Well, this bootleg Passat is quite a lot faster than a Passat, as this fake Passat is powered by a 6 litre W12 engine, producing 444 brake horsepower. So this counterfeit Passat could do 0 to 60 in 6 seconds and go to a top speed of 155 miles per hour, meaning this bootleg Passat can blend in with a normal Passat, then go ahead and beat high-end sports cars, which isn't a very Passat thing to do. 100%. Next up, the Chevrolet SS, another one for my American viewers. Seeing this car, you'd think it's another school run car, a rental perhaps, but don't let the subtle looks deceive you. The SS is powered by a 6.2 litre V8 engine that produces 415 brake horsepower. Yep, that is right, this car is actually a muscle car. Who would have thought? Probably American car, guys. The SS can do 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, which is quicker than a Lamborghini Gallardo, and go to a top speed of 160 miles per hour. Now that is some serious performance, all in a sensible looking package, an ideal sleeper in my opinion. And ending the list, the Lotus Carlton. Of course this was going to be on the list. The Lotus Carlton is what happens if you give a bog standard Vauxhall Carlton to Lotus. You get a twin turbo inline 6 engine producing 377 brake horsepower, meaning this car can hit 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, and go to a top speed of 176 miles per hour. That's faster than a Ferrari 355, a Porsche 944 Turbo S, and many other supercars of the time. Imagine buying a supercar just to be overtaken by a Vauxhall. That's the biggest L you can ever take. In fact, this car was deemed too fast by the British Parliament, and they even tried to ban it. And there's many stories relating to this monstrous car all around the internet, but if you want to go and see a really interesting video about this car, then I suggest watching either Car Throttle's video on it, or one of my very old videos about the car, which is really weirdly made, but I like it. Nevertheless, this is probably the ultimate factory sleeper car, and if you have the money, then I really do suggest picking one of these up. And that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, or if you want to see more videos like this one. Share this video with your mates and comment down below any future videos you would love to see. Anyways, until next time, have a good one, guys. Cheers. Sie pudert sich die Nase, ich pop eine Zanny. Checke frische Nudes auf meinem Handy. Rocke Gucci, Prada, Louis, Fendi. Pferdemädchen lesen gerne Wendy.